Hello, thank you so much for listening to Trusty Hogs. Before we get started, we just want to remind you that you can get extra episodes on our Patreon. All the links are on Trusty Hogs, on our Instagram, on our Twitter, and you can get over 50 extra episodes in your inbox, wherever it works.
For
straight now. For $5 a month.
Do it.
Join us.
Hello, welcome to episode 55
of Trusty Hogs.
The podcast where we tell you about our lives. I'm Captain, she's Helen, and we're going to do just that, and then we are going to answer your listener problems.
Did you breathe during that sentence?
No, it was hard.
That was incredible.
Thank you. Hi.
No breath was taken.
Everyone's always like, wait, is your podcast on double speed? And I'm like, no, we are. We just, it's hard to speak slowly.
We like caffeine. Welcome to episode 55 of Trusty Hogs.
Caffeine, and if you're still here, thanks for joining us.
Through the fog, step forth the trusty hogs. Yeah, you're gonna give them your problems and they will solve them. Or maybe they won't, and that's your problem. They'll have guests and Andrew White on the tech. Oh, it's Helen and Catherine as the trusty hogs. Trust the trusty hogs, or maybe not.
Right, do you want to get straight into it?
Look, it's not Halloween yet.
Right.
It's not Halloween yet. I'm happy to talk about the season. I'm happy to talk about October. I'm happy to talk about how dark it's getting. I'm not happy to hear spooky stories, Halloween fucking ghost stories. I'll do it with you next week. I'm happy to engage next week, but that's not what people are here for.
It's spooky season.
It's not
spooky season.
Not spooky season. We're not Americans.
Hocus Pocus 2 is on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
it's spooky
people should have already
season.
watched it. It's been out for ages.
I don't know why all of a sudden you're being the woman who's like, oh, God forbid we do something not exactly on the day, despite the fact an hour ago we were walking around together and you went, oh, I'm just doing some spring cleaning this week.
I was
So
saying
where's
to you
the
that
rules?
I was saying to you that I was doing an autumnal spring clean, which I know is out of season. I know that, but ultimately it's been a long year, Helen. Okay.
Should we do like a little compliment circle, because I feel like this has got nasty.
Yeah, well, 2 seconds ago you said that I had to do Halloween whenever you said I did because my hair is red, as if that made any sense.
You're in costume all the time.
Excuse me?
You're in the costume of like a, what they called the dance with the river dance. You're in river dance costume.
Are you in a column?
Go on. Are you dressed up as Elle from Legally Blonde? Yeah, probably.
I
I'm
was
fit.
going to say, are you dressed up as a colonialist? But I said columnist instead, and it really got lost.
Oh my God, I'd be such a good columnist.
Wouldn't you be so good?
I'd do like a Marley and me style one, but instead of having a dog, I'll have Sunil. And I'll be like, this week was Sunil.
And also, Chicken Died Bouncing isn't quite the story that Marley was.
Why would you bring that
I'm
up?
sorry. Okay, so
Oh my
compliment
God.
circle, compliment. No, stop. No crying this week. I swear to God, not again. Last week was too much. Behave yourself. Dry your eyes are fucking dry. I can see there's no tears.
August 13th.
It is arid in
2020.
there. Arid. Now look.
Chicken died bouncing. Was it
Yeah,
August 13th, 2020?
Yeah, it was my birthday because you
Was
ruined
it 2021?
Yes, you made it all about it.
It was no way that wasn't linked. If this is your first episode, go back. We are diving straight in, by the way.
Yeah, can we do a compliment circle, because I do actually
Yeah.
have a lot of hatred towards you right now. So we should.
Right, hold hands. Your nails look amazing.
Thank you. It was a manicure, but I had to trim it because gay. But thank you, it held up.
Your nails are incredible. Your spirit is strong. Spirit? Ooh.
No, Helen.
Ooh. And your temperament, be it untamed, tis a joy to be around.
I feel like I'm being proposed to the first time by Mr. Darcy. It's like, despite your personality, I can bear you. Shall we bear each other?
I would fucking love to have my nipples hanging out like that, getting out of the water.
Oh my God.
Male privilege.
That'd be so
The
exciting.
original male privilege.
That'd be so exciting. Okay, here's
Say
what-
thank you for my compliment.
Thank you for my compliment.
I will take one now. Don't look like it's hard to think of one.
Despite.
That's not how you start a compliment. In spite of. No. You start with.
You're actually very charming.
No, not actually.
You're very charming.
I'm charming.
And I find
You've
it
been
hard not to
charmed.
laugh around you. And your eyes are lovely today. And honestly, you in black, it's a great look. And that tight t-shirt makes your tits really focused. And or the focus. And as you know, I love your tits. So is that all that do?
Thank you so much. I
You're
feel
welcome.
seen. I love you. And you're really cool.
Yeah, you're real cool.
Is that cool enough for you?
You cool?
Yeah, that's fine. Thanks.
Okay.
Don't fucking talk to me. Don't say anything nice.
One ghost story then. I think we're on the same page now.
We agreed.
Can I just do one?
No, it's not time. Next week you'll have your time to shine.
But this is my first time in life I feel confident with ghost
Helen,
stories. Yeah,
next week.
I'll do 3.
I'll bring your freaking torch. You can put it under your chin. We'll turn the lights off. You can go to town.
Are you fucking kidding?
No, are you like by all means when it's seasonally appropriate, I will get into it.
Can you bring like an Irish ghost story with you? Like a fable from the moors. Not
From
moors.
the
What do you
moors?
have?
I'm sorry, moors?
Wicklow.
Wicklow Mountains?
Where does Hilary Swank go in P.S. I Love You?
Sweet Jesus. I'm going to bring you an Irish folklore story next week. Maybe an Irish scary story, ghost story, but we're not going to do the accent. And I'll tell you about banshees maybe. All right, that's next week.
The Banshee Labyrinth, the venue.
No, about actual banshees maybe next week.
What are banshees?
We'll talk about it next week.
So
You cannot
annoying.
entrap me in Halloween. Now,
Okay, just
focus. Here's what's happening. It's honestly the 3rd week of October, so I think about what we really need to talk about
Halloween.
is no, it's not. Look at me. That's the 4th week. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing is I feel like I don't know about you, but I have been because obviously it's gotten darker. The days have gotten shorter.
Mm-hmm.
There's a cost of living crisis. The beautiful leafy leaves have turned to sludge. I find this part of the year like quite hard to like. It's quite sad. I get real sad. Do you get sad? Like
I do, but
have you got a sad lamp?
Yeah, of course I've got a sad
I should
lamp.
maybe get.
Do you not have a sad lamp?
No, I was just asking people about on Twitter about it. I think I should get one.
How did I miss this? Yeah, 100% get a sad lamp. I've got one,
Yeah.
which I would recommend if you're feeling anxious as well. So it's brightness, light, so you get that sort of like hit of the serotonin, blah, blah, blah. But it's also got an infrared setting, which is really good for like the wind down at the end of the day. It's sort of like, it feels weird because your room is like bathed in this like cave of wonders red. But like, I mean, it was placebo. I don't give a shit.
Is it Lumi?
No, I can't remember the name of it. I'll look at it when I
Please
get
send it to
home.
me.
It's really good. But I'm actually thriving with the leafy sludge because I've got new friends in my garden.
Who?
I've got a slug collection now.
Oh, that's disgusting.
And because I was struggling with
A
the
collection.
spiders. Yeah, but they're leopard slugs. I had to Google them because
Why are
they
you
were
saying it
poisonous.
like it's a good thing?
But they're not. And
I wish you weren't scratching yourself while you said they're not
It's
poisonous.
because I got a bit of eczema, but they're not from putting a slug on me. I don't touch them.
Okay.
But I feel like you know when you step on a snail or a slug and you feel it and you're like, oh God, and then your brain goes, oh God, you're probably a mummy or daddy, or you've got kids who've got mouths to feed. And then I've seen loads of baby slugs
Mouths to
recently.
feed?
So like, yes,
we have
mouths to
different
feed.
brains. Mine goes, my shoes! Oh!
I know, but since having snails as part of my family through my sister, through the connection of the snails that like I don't know what nieces and nephews I'd assume at this point. Curry, Donkey, Helen and
You're calling those your nieces and nephews?
probably nieces and nephews. I don't know what my connection is exactly. Nieces, probably. Nieces, yeah. My nieces. Yeah. So because they're in the family now, I see these slugs and I'm like, oh God, I owe you so much.
Wow.
So I am actually having a nice time because I've got new friends.
That's
Oh my God, I
disgusting.
just heard that out loud. Am
Yeah,
I
that was
depressed?
really depressing. You were like, I'm not sad because I have new slug friends.
I think I'm in a depression.
I think you might be in a depression.
I was crying last week.
And
This week, oh my
said
God, I'm in a depression.
You said it's fine because you have the slug collection in your garden.
Oh my God, Anthony was like,
And
you
think
taking your vitamin D
you think
supplements?
that
And I was like,
sad lamp
no.
works? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Are you okay?
I mean,
then?
clearly it is working because I don't realise I'm depressed.
Yeah, I guess it's only that. You have.
Am I
routine.
crying now?
Yes, you're weeping.
Wait,
No.
do you have this every single time at this time of year?
Oh yeah, it's so predictable. It's not like I don't think I had clocked it, and I don't know that I have like SADS or whatever, but it definitely is like a. Oh God, it's hard to get up in the morning. It's hard to not want to just stay in the evening, especially because we work in the evening, and it's that thing of like it gets dark and then you have to get yourself out. And look, we do it, and it's fine. And I do get, but what my point actually was gonna be before you got into that really depressing story about slugs,
I didn't realise it was sad.
was I wanted to talk about things that are nice to do this time of year that you can't really do other times of the year. And usually when I say this, people are like, well, you get to curl up in the evening in front of the TV. And it's like, no, we can't do that. We can't do that. That's not part of our lives because of our jobs.
Blankets.
But like, I want to like try to revel in the thing. So I have a pumpkin scented candle. Delicious.
How is that not Halloween, chat?
Delicious.
Can you
Pumpkin
police
season.
this at this point?
No, hey, look at me. Pumpkins are a food that are seasonal.
Halloween is a thing that is seasonal.
Pumpkin risotto. Yummy. Anyway, pumpkin pie. I don't mind if I do.
So yeah. That's a really good thing to discuss. If you've got mental health problems, no stress. Buy a pumpkin candle.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm trying to look at the
We
positives.
are not getting on today, my love.
the
We are. You know what? Anyone who's writing a doctorate or anything on toxic female friendships, this should be your fucking thesis study.
Doctorate on toxic
I'm going to
female
start writing a
friendships.
doctorate on toxic female friendships.
Don't you have to do your undergrad first?
Why are you like this today? Right, I'm sorry, but we're going back into the compliment circle. Hands out. Hands out. Hands out. Right, it can't be physical this time. It's got to be emotional and mental. Catherine.
Helen.
I love how much you put everyone in your life and their happiness before anything else in the world. I think it's so generous and so kind and so loving and sweet. And I hate that when someone does something lovely for you, you're like, why? Like when I just gave you that gin and you freaked out. But that is because I think that you are a giver and not a receiver. But I hope you receive that compliment and tuck it away in your heart. Go.
Thank you for my compliment.
You're welcome. Look at me.
You doing your bits on me now?
I've literally said it and I was like, why am I doing my bit?
Helen.
Yes.
I think you're infinitely smarter than you think you are. And I think your capacity to retain every piece of information you've ever learned is profoundly impressive.
Thank you.
I learn from you all the time.
Thank
I
you.
can't imagine this is good podcast listening.
What have you learnt from me?
So many things.
Stonewall.
Well, that's not how that
What a banshee is.
conversation
What a banshee is.
And I think that you light up every room you walk into.
Thank you so much. You know how I could light up this podcast? Halloween chat.
No,
I'm
okay.
joking. Pumpkin candle, 100% a great thing.
Blankets, you can sit under blankets. You're right.
Blankies
You're
are very
right.
important. I
Yeah.
do think it's hot water bottle time,
Oh my
baby.
God, yes it is. Yes it is.
Are you doing the thing yet where you like put it in your bed and then go to bed 2 hours later into a hot beddie?
No, but I want to do that now.
Me and Emma Black used to do it for each other all the time. I'm sure I spoke about it, but when
That's
Sunil
so
moved in, he went,
cute.
"No, I don't fucking do that, you fucking loser." And it was like,
Whoa.
I am so used to living with a
Whoa.
female friend who's like, well, if you're in first, then we do hot water bottle in your bed, and then vice versa. And Emma's hot water bottle was called Rupert, and it was a bunny.
That's so cute. That's so cute. No, I haven't done that yet, but I did the other day. I had a really bad period, so I did just walk around with one tucked into my pajama bottoms, you know, just like
Stop.
like
Yeah.
full pregnancy mode. It was
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
No, you're right. It's fully that season. It's also hot chocolate season. Like I'm in.
I am like
I have multiple flavors in.
losing my mind.
Yeah, I'm really having a good time. The old Velvetizer is living its best
Working
life.
its
Oh
working
my God.
overtime.
It really is. It's having a great one. What a season.
What's your best combi so far? Because I've bought some oat milk and almond milk, and I'm sort of playing around trying to figure it out.
I only do it with oat milk. Maybe I should be. I think, you know what I wish I bought actually?
You haven't done the coconut milk chocolate yet, and having a bounty.
No, but you know, that sounds amazing.
Highly recommend.
Whoa, that sounds amazing.
Highly recommend.
That sounds so good.
Wait, were you just doing just oat milk with the
Well, just
sachets?
as we sat here, I thought, God, last year I did do it with
Hazelnut milk,
Oh,
yes.
fuck me.
Hazelnut milk chocky porridge with a
Mwah.
Ferrero Rocher crushed on top. Now that is a 6 a.m. start to the day. That is a start to your day.
Good morning.
Your bowels are fucking awake.
Whoa.
I'll tell you that.
Why do your breakfast always involve like an actual like proper chocolate? You like put like chocolates from chocolate boxes in, like not just like some dark chocolate from the you're like or chocolate drops. You're like no full like actual chocolate like
Yes,
a Ferrero Rocher.
yes.
That's mad.
And every time we mention chocky porridge on this podcast, I get a message from someone on Instagram being like, can we have the recipe for chocky porridge? So we'll do it again. Recipe for chocky porridge.
Porridge.
So simple for chocky porridge. Porridge. Make porridge. Put chocky in it and stir. Chocky porridge. It is insane to me the amount of times I've had to type that out for one of you. You're smarter than that, and if you're not smart enough to follow that, stop listening. You're not welcome.
I will say this: it's fucking great that it's porridge season. I love porridge.
You are such a
I
porridger.
actually love porridge so much. Like I have it in the summer anyway, but it's so nice to do like cinnamon and apple, cinnamon and pear. I've been doing banana and hazelnut and a little bit of Nutella sometimes.
That's the chocky porridge.
Oh,
That it qualifies as the
God,
chocky
it's so
porridge.
good. I did PBJ the other morning. Oh,
Wait, peanut butter and jelly?
Mm.
That's interesting. And really?
Great. It's great.
What sort of peanut butter? You can't go crunchy.
Oh, I go crunchy. I like the
You're
texture.
mad, you.
I like the texture. But you can do smooth. You can do smooth. And then I did raspberry jam with some fresh raspberries. Oh, fuck me up.
This thing, your porridge,
Has
I
fruit
think
in it.
I
Has
think
fruit in
mine is more
I
fun,
do
but yours
fruit.
is leveled up.
Yeah, I do fruit. I'll be honest with you.
I don't know why, even being your friend and knowing you for so many years, when you talk about food, I still picture you at home eating and cooking like Nigella Lawson. Like, Catherine takes her bite of her breakfast, but she's all made up, push-up bra, and she's like...
I actually,
And it's like, no, she's just wandering around from like in between one of her 2 baths of a morning. Like,
I tend to cook in very few clothes with my apron on because I don't like to get my clothes dirty.
no, yeah.
So or
Also,
scented.
it's fun to be a little bit. Like,
Oh, it's fun.
You know
It's so
what I
fun.
mean?
Why you have aprons if you gotta wear clothes?
I know,
It's so
right? And that's what the
fun.
pubes are for.
Huh?
To protect your genitals. Pubes are there for splash.
You think I have pubes?
No, me neither. Me neither. Wait, you have none? No, we'll do the extras. We'll do it in the
yeah,
extras.
it's exactly
That
not.
is such
You have
an
to pay for
extras
that info.
chat,
You have to pay for that info. Remind us in the extras, please, that the question was: do we or do we not have pubes?
Yes, we'll be discussing in the extras. What are we doing with our pubes this season, ladies?
Yes, it is the winter cometh. What else? Jeans. I'm wearing jeans again. I haven't worn them
Can
in
you also remind me? I've got a
ages.
very upsetting picture to show Catherine of the hairs on the back of my thigh.
What? I don't want to see
Please.
that.
No,
thank
you do.
I
You
don't.
do.
I don't.
And Francis and even they were like, whoa, I'm not sure,
That's a
baby.
bit much. That's a bit much.
It was a bit much.
That's a bit much.
Okay, so hot chockey, porridge, blankets, hot water bottles.
Yes.
Always,
doing
always the
candles,
favourite
scented
one.
candles.
Pushing people into piles of leaves. Ideally that you know. I think that's a good one.
I'm really enjoying taking the dog on walks because she loves the leaves.
Doggy and
She
leavies.
loves the leaves. And also, I'm really enjoying bringing nuts to the park to feed the squirrels.
Wait, you are.
I got my coats out. my winter-
What London are you living
got
in?
my winter
Where you're
coats out.
going for a walk
I got
with
my
a
winter-
borrow my doggy, playing in the leaves and then handing a walnut to a
not
squirrel.
on the same walk. Not on the same walk because the dog chases the squirrels. No, I either take the dog on a leafy walk or when I'm going to the park by myself because I got my winter coats out and I found a pack that I had of fruit and nuts in there that I used to bring to the park, and it reminded me. No, just like actual just fruit and nut. It doesn't always have to have chocolate involved, and I take it to the park and I feed the squirrels and they love it.
I just don't
bring
think.
nuts to the park to feed the
No,
squirrels?
I've never like.
On your morning walk?
I mean, I like feeding the parakeets in St
Hyde
James's Park.
Yeah, gorge.
Like breaking an apple and holding it up and hanging out with the green
Why is
birds.
everyone acting like everyone I tell this to acts like I'm joking? But yeah, I take nuts to the
Because
park.
you're not a Disney princess.
Well, that's what they say.
Like,
Also, Catherine, me and Chloe Pets once were in Crystal Palace Park and we saw a man try and feed a squirrel. It latched onto his finger and he like swung it around. Like it was biting his finger.
what?
Yeah.
Squirrels aren't like they're
got
they're
rabies.
Yeah.
rodents.
He had to go to the
It's a
hospital. I'm
rat.
sure.
It's a rat.
You shouldn't do that.
No, I feed them so that the nut is far away from me and they just take it and then run away.
And then she goes,
They're coy.
"Ah." And then it runs up and then it does a plait in her hair and she's like, stop touching me.
Does nobody feed the...
No one does apart from like absolute freaks.
I know, I'm not feeding the birds. I'm not crazy.
No, why is feeding the birds freaky?
Is feeding the birds more normal than
Feeding the birds
squirrels?
is so normal. It's a song.
But have you ever seen squirrels get like an almond or a cashew, something they haven't had before? They freak out. They're like, this is a nut. This is delicious.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. I think this is genuinely odd, and I'm genuinely weird that I'm on this
I
side
will
of
now
this.
put the nuts down for them because I don't want the rabies clutching. But or latching.
Come feed me nuts if you want to feed something nuts.
I think you're good.
Okay, I think other autumn things you can do.
Okay.
Go on. Ice
oh,
skating.
Ice skating is not for me. I'm very risk averse. What I am loving, back into the season of, don't really ever go in the summer, but I'm loving being back at the cinema. Oh, it's a nice time of year to go to the cinema, isn't it?
Have you aged
It's cold out.
20 years from to be honest with you, from an hour ago?
No, I'm just saying it's a fun time to go to the cinema because it's all cozy and nice. No? Okay.
What the fuck is happening?
Cheese boards are back, babe. Cheese boards. Is that young? Is
Are
that
you
him?
listening to this crap? Okay, yeah, cheese board. I'm not fussed about cheese boards. But like
Okay.
okay.
I was just
No,
saying.
no, I'm sorry. You need this. You need this more than I do,
No,
clearly.
I'm just trying to give people at home and
Cheese boards, pumpkin candles.
movies.
What's your favourite movie at the moment? What have you watched?
I feel judged by you, and actually, I don't think that this feels like a safe space anymore. So, listen, why don't you tell me what your autumnal recommendations are? Fuck Helen Bauer. Our guest is here. Please, welcome to the podcast, Jamie D'Souza! Are you going on tour?
I'm going on tour. I'm on tour. I'm
Tell
on
me
tour.
more, tell me more.
Thank you so much for everyone who's already come to Edinburgh, Glasgow, Aberystwyth, Norwich, Bristol, and Manchester. It's been real. Thank you for my gifties as well. I genuinely very much appreciate it, including the artwork that makes Catherine incredibly upset.
It's anxiety provoking.
Don't. It's beautiful.
Okay.
I am still on tour for the rest of the month. I am going to Birmingham, Brighton, Cambridge, Nottingham, Oxford, Leeds, York, Liverpool, Leicester, Newcastle, Berlin, London, and then Maidenhead at the end because we had to move it. So definitely come for the big final end of the tour, 18th of November, midweek in Maidenhead. It's going to be fucking popping. But we do have a full week at the Soho Theatre in London, and my mother's coming to one of them, so you have to come and see if you can get a glimpse of the Anne Bauer School of Drama herself.
Such a good show.
It's such a good show. It's such a good show.
It's such a good show.
Oh, it's
a lovely show.
Good. It's
see
moving. You know what? It's really, really funny. Just
very
come.
funny.
Thank you.
Jamie D'Souza, welcome to Trusty Hogs.
Hello.
Welcome, please.
We're in.
Thanks
You
for
have
having me.
to help us.
It's
we
starting.
hate each other today.
Oh my god.
We're kind of fighting. I'm
face now,
sorry.
yeah.
It's not. I don't know if you're the child of divorce, but it should be this. No. Well,
No.
it's your first experience.
Yeah.
Here you go. We're
No,
having
you've
a bad
got
day.
two sisters now.
Yes.
What do you think divorce is?
No, but you can.
No, you have two sisters. So
Yeah. So
what?
I just think,
like one.
Jamie, you're a very lovely, very funny stand-up comedian.
Thank you.
You've found yourself in the middle of what I can only describe as the bitch fight of the century.
It's PMSing time.
Right.
Everybody's having a bad day, and we're taking it out on each other. And actually, listen. How old are your siblings? Where are you in the lineup?
I've got an older sister who's 2 years older, and
Okay.
I've got so she's 29. I'm 27, and I've got a younger sister who Helen met once.
I love her.
And she's 18.
She's
Little
18.
Hannah.
She was
Yeah,
lush. She was fucking lush. At
She's
Redmond
Yeah.
Festival.
9 years younger than you?
Yeah.
Hello,
Yeah.
Hannah.
But yeah.
We all have a Hannah in our family. Hi, Hannah. We were all expecting you.
But can you
Nice.
then picture us as I'll probably be the big sister because Catherine's quite immature today.
Sure.
That
right.
doesn't feel true at all. I'm the eldest in my family. I'm obviously going to be the eldest in this dynamic.
Okay, so all we're saying is like whatever awful moments you found yourself in between two sisters when you were younger, you're now in it again.
Right.
I'm the eldest of 3.
Okay.
My brother's the middle child. What's it like being the brother of 2 sisters?
It's not great.
Why?
Well, elder sister has started recently doing clowning, which is very much my turn. Not that I do clowning. I
But
just
no, but
stand still and
that's
tell
your
one-liners. But
world.
that's close enough to my world, right?
Whoa.
And my little sister, little Hannah, who
I thought
met,
you'd be
is
more like-
funnier than me. So
Oh,
that's even worse.
Are you fucking kidding?
Yeah.
That's First of all, I thought you'd be more ashamed of the older sister doing clowning rather than like
Well,
worried it was too close to your territory. But the younger one's funnier than you?
I think so. It's what people seem to say. I mean, you.
She was
I think
funny.
so. People
Yeah.
keep
No,
saying it.
Catherine, she was funny. She was quick, and she was very hungover.
She was on a low ebb when you saw her.
really low, and she was still like fucking.
You have to
Yeah.
drink a lot to get a hangover at 18.
What-
She okay?
Yeah, well,
Fine, all right.
Do you know what it was? We were doing Reading, and I got a free ticket. So I thought, obviously, I'm not a teenager, so I don't actually want to be at Reading Festival. Very
Yeah.
grateful to be there, but like,
Yeah. Thank you for
I
the gig.
was 31 and had a lovely time, so I don't know where this is fucking coming from.
but I thought like 18-year-old. That's like,
Yeah,
so I
that's
got
the right
a ticket from my little sister, and then she hated it because she was
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was in a 10. Everyone was really young. Everyone else was 18.
yeah. She was merely 17 then. She couldn't keep up with the 18-year-old.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
But then that's the thing, because we were doing the gig on the Sunday. We got to sort of shepherd her backstage, and there was like a sofa
And you could
some
tell
hummus. Yeah.
that she refused to acknowledge that her brother was really cool because he had his own
Thank
cabin
you.
backstage.
Yeah, yeah.
at the
That's
wedding.
so funny.
Because she was like not going to let him have it, but you could tell that she was also like 100% messaging people, being like, "I'm backstage."
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I could like 100% tell that she was loving it.
just eating snacks in the trailer.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know about it.
My brother's got 2 sisters, and I think he thrived with it.
Yeah, mine
Really?
too.
But he
Okay.
does flinch when either of us come close to him. Like still,
Yeah.
his like but I think he should suffer because he treated us so badly.
Really?
There were periods that he would like do really like use his words. A very manipulative boy, Ted, actually. A very manipulative boy. I remember he would do this thing where like mum would be like, right, I will give you £1, Ted, if you tidy your room. And then I wouldn't hear that. And then he'd go like, Helen, I'll give you 20p if you tidy my room. And I was like, 20p? What? And he's like, and I'll double it if you do everything else I want you to do for a day. And I'd be like, oh my God, amazing. I don't mind. I'll tidy for 40p. But then I'd tidy the room. It would take like 20 minutes or something. And then the rest of the day, he owned me. So he would make me stand up and then he'd push me on the ground. Then I had to get back, like burpees, but with violence. And then I'd eventually cry and quit. And he'd be like, well, you've got to pay the quitting fee. So then I'd have to give him 50p. And then he walks away £1.50 with a tidy room and just a tired arm. And I'm just ruined. I'm in ribbons.
Have you considered that you could have made different choices?
I was so little.
How much older was he?
I was like 14, he was 16.
14.
No, I was 14 for that.
I fully.
I was like, what the
That's probably the
hell?
oldest trick of the comedy book, and I still just fell for it. Like, hook, line, and sinker.
I was like, what? I would say genuinely my brother did well from having 2 sisters because because he's so good at talking to women. Like he's really capable in all those in spaces that are like female heavy. He's so good at it, and he's like funny.
That's
And
not.
he's
No.
emotionally articulate. And
Oh,
because
that's not
That's not what
translated to me. No.
no, that's not what you got from
Look at
him.
him.
No, I don't think
Look at
this
him.
is like as expressive as I get. Genuinely, it doesn't. I've never like.
You are English too, though, so that's gonna counterbalance
That's
some of the
true.
emotional articulation.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you think you did learn from having 2 sisters?
What did I learn?
Emotional maturity.
Yeah,
no.
yeah,
No,
emotional
no, don't
maturity.
say
Yeah, yeah.
Trying
No,
to
I
think
don't-
what people do
What
learn.
should I have learned from my sister? I guess some TV programs that they watch that I wouldn't have watched.
Wait,
Like
what were you
what?
Actually,
watching?
my eldest sister got me into ballet when I was like 3.
Whoa.
I then fell out of ballet when I went to school, and it became like less socially acceptable, which I guess is a shame.
Oh, that's
It's not really
you
well.
would have been a
boy
ballerina.
ballet.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it's a shame, isn't
Wait,
it?
did you do it outside of school or did you just
Yeah,
like
look,
watch
but I
it?
can do good toes, bad toes still. Sorry, I mean that's not
Yeah.
yeah.
I believe
That's
it's
so
good toes,
cute.
naughty toes as well,
Is it?
Jamie.
Oh, yeah.
I'll show you. Good toe.
Yeah,
No, naughty
no, that's
toe
naughty
even.
toe.
Good toe.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
And then the teacher would be like, amazing, Helen, you're the lead in Cordelia. And I'd be like, yeah. That's a ballet.
Wow. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry that you lost out on that. That's because of
all right.
patriarchal norms in school.
It is.
That's a
It's a
real
shame,
sad
isn't it?
story.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
real
You grew
sad
up
story.
watching like Gilmore Girls and Buffy, one of those boys, were you?
No, but I did watch
Oh.
some. I'm trying to think with my sister, like The Princess Diaries. I think I watched that a few times.
The movie
I think so.
with Anne Hathaway.
Maybe.
The seminal piece of cinema that was.
Yeah, I don't
I
really remember.
Anne Hathaway's
literally-
Is it
breakout
good?
role.
I haven't
Is
seen it in
it
ages.
good? Genovia. What do we?
Yeah, do you know
Mia Thermopolis
I just-
Rinaldi.
That just means nothing.
Mia!
Is there a scene where they're eating some soup and it's got a G in it or something?
Is there?
The Genovian pear soup.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yes.
This is all coming back to me now.
And even more,
Julie Andrews.
behind the scenes gossip on that scene from the
Please.
film.
Oh my god.
Anne Hathaway as Princess Amelia Minuet Rinaldi Thermopolis, I think that's the full name, is wearing a purple like jacket over a purple dress,
Right.
which is based off Princess Victoria's dress, who is the Crown Princess of Sweden, and she wore it the same
Heaven.
summer they were
She
filming.
wore it?
Whoa.
Wore it.
She wore it.
Wore it.
She wore it.
She wore
She
it.
wore it.
Wore.
Yeah.
Like
She wore it. WORE.
close though. Wore it.
Ward it.
Yeah, because it's in the past.
She
But
wore
ED.
it.
Wore
Ward
it.
No, she
She's
wore
got
it.
a point.
I've
She's
got a point. You know what? You've embarrassed.
Maybe.
What's happened there, Catherine? Is you've embarrassed yourself.
Um,
You've made it. Worn it. Worn.
Oh
Worn.
no, just to be
She'd
clear.
worn it or she wore it.
She'd worn it. She'd worn it.
She wore it.
Look, I feel the brother energy from him right now. We
Yeah.
both looked at him and you didn't know where to look, so you went down.
Yeah.
Just a submissive
Yeah,
boy.
yeah.
That's what you learned from your sister, is submission.
Yeah, whipped into shape from a young age. Yeah.
Wow.
Did you watch Legally Blonde?
I think I might have seen a bit of it. I'm really bad with films, though.
I'm concerned now that your education around film is poor.
Charlie's Angels?
No, I've genuinely seen like. I know it's like people are like, yeah, I don't watch any films, but like the only film I've really seen that I've like loved was Chicken Run, which to be fair is a good film.
And we were talking about this yesterday.
Well, yeah,
It's an absolute classic.
it's one of the best. I think it's literally the best film ever.
Oh my God. So Chloe Petts and Em and I were talking about this yesterday. Chloe Petts said, which I think is true, it stands the test of time.
It does.
really
Absolutely.
And you know that there's a Chicken Run 2 coming
Yeah.
in 2023.
I'm well
Is
excited.
there?
Dawn of the
Yeah,
Nugget.
Dawn of the Nugget.
Dawn of the
Dawn of the
Nugget.
Nugget.
Not the name
It
of the
is.
film. Dawn of the Nugget.
How did you not know this? No one seems to know, but it's been like there's been controversy and everything around the castings. It's
Yeah.
been
Oh my
so exciting.
What's the controversy?
Well,
Wow.
where's Gibson? Is he in it? Is he not?
Who's
Also,
plays Gibson?
Julia
Julia
being
Sawala.
too old to play the part was a
Oh,
theory.
come on.
She's not. She's in, but like there was
Good.
an actual conversation about that. Get fucked.
Oh, is she in now?
Yeah, I think so.
Good to hear.
Are you
Yeah.
happy
Good to
about
hear.
that?
I know.
Good to
I
hear.
know.
Do you know what the storyline is?
I
Because I
have-
can't still be on
Nick
the...
Mohammed's in.
Yeah, I think Ramesh.
Ramesh is in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big comedy chub.
Just to, sorry, I love Chicken Run, so let's not get angry with Helen. Just as a little reminder, because it's been a little bit of a while. So the film ends and it's no longer a pie farm, it's an egg farm, right?
No, it went from egg to pie.
Yeah, but the end of the film, they'd gone back
I
from
don't-
pie.
No, they're not even on the farm. They build a plane.
Oh,
and
they
they
do
fly
escape
out,
with the
and then they end up
plane.
living in a field with
Oh,
little
they
kids
find
and
a
stuff.
field.
A field, yeah,
one,
with
Jamie.
a tree.
Oh my God.
now you can suddenly
Yeah.
you can remember a
I
movie
got
when
ex-
it's
yeah.
when it's about chickens, huh?
Absolutely.
When it's about women,
Yeah.
it's got nothing.
I love the
Absolutely
Chicken
nothing.
Run. Because that's the one with the Scottish chicken that does all the science.
Yeah.
And then who plays the American chicken, the rooster?
That's Tom. No.
Gibson. Is that
Mel Gibson. Yeah.
Mel Gibson is in it?
No, he's not in number 2. That's our point.
Oh,
But
right.
what
Okay,
we
I'm
were
with you.
saying yesterday
Oh,
is
why?
that there
What
have
did
to
he
be
do?
some there presumably have to be some queer chickens this time, right? In that female heaviest space we were saying? Like there's no
Yeah.
way there's no
But that's
gay
you say
chicken.
like when it's a film about women, but that's got like so many female, like strong female characters in it.
You're willing to watch a film about women if they're chickens.
Only if they're
is that what you're
animated
saying?
chickens. Yeah.
Hey now, let me defend my cartoon. Those chicks are all women.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the name? Nugget.
The Dawn of the Nugget.
They can't be turning them into nuggets, can they?
I
That would be
reckon
awful.
I reckon someone's trying.
I reckon
and they're
it's
doing their best to
obviously
stop it.
yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
nugget related.
Spoiler. But
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Okay, I'm excited for this. This is a
2023,
really
babes.
good time to be alive because Inside Out are doing a sequel as well.
oh,
What?
Did you hear this?
so I've not cried in like 10 years because I can't. But then I watched that film and I was
Are you
welling up.
okay, Jamie?
No, I just, but I
no.
can't. No, I'm fine, but I can't like.
So you've watched Chicken
Emote.
Run and Inside Out.
Yeah,
Citizen Kane?
no.
I mean, I hate it. I don't know why I asked
What?
that. Bridge Over the River Kwai. I'm just going to name classics. Little Women.
Yes,
There we
I have
go!
seen that.
Which one?
The new one.
Oh, nice. Okay, fine.
Yeah, yeah, it
That's
was
fine.
good.
With
Acceptable.
Saoirse Ronan. I would
Yeah.
highly recommend the Winona Ryder.
The original
Oh
one.
my god.
I don't think it's the OG, but it's
No,
one of
okay.
my
Gorgeous.
OGs.
So you don't like films? Do you read a lot?
No.
What you
I-
doing with your time, Jamie?
No, I.
What you up to?
I actually,
you
I
up
don't actually know.
I
what
know what he does with his time.
What's he doing?
What?
Because
don't
I
know.
have spent some time with Chelsea Birkby recently,
Oh no.
and apparently you've
Is
got
she your
really
girlfriend?
into
No,
pranking.
just my friend. Oh yeah, did she tell you about the pranks?
She just told me you're pranking at the moment, and I went, I would
Yeah.
like to
You're
discuss it
pranking
with
like
him.
it's 2004.
Yeah, no, but we do nice pranks.
What-
We're not like
What are
Jackass.
nice pranks?
We made a fake podcast. Did I say about that?
Who was
Honestly,
that
she
nice
went.
for?
She went. Jamie's
But-
really into pranking, and then I was like, I'll talk to him about it because pranking can be one of two things. Either you're going for like a really fun whimsy phase, or you're having a breakdown and you just need to act out like a child. And I
Yeah.
wanted to see if I could figure it out.
I think it might be the latter.
Okay.
We did one prank we did is, do you know Mark Bittlestone?
Yes.
Comic? Yeah. So he's my mate. I was emceeing a gig and he was turning up late. So I told the audience that every time he did a joke, someone should just whisper really loudly that they've heard another comic do that bit before. So
Oh, that is actually. Oh my God.
it's a nice prank. No, it's not nice, right? But he's my mate. So
He
it's
must have
alright.
had a breakdown
Well,
on
yeah.
stage.
So he did his first bit, which I'll be honest was about being a gay orphan, and then someone just whispered, like, "James Acaster does that." And it's like-
Oh, yeah. Acaster's favourite bit
Yeah,
about
yeah.
being a gay orphan.
And-
Oh
and,
my God.
Yeah.
one, really good prank, but two, if the metric is
Great
nice,
prank.
awfully
Yeah.
cool.
Have you ever been pranked on stage?
No, that's horrible.
I've had it once.
I
It's
don't
Really?
weird.
What
want that.
happened?
I don't want that.
This is literally just like a month ago.
Wait, were you affecting his how he was being seen at this club?
Oh, it was just like it was like a new material night, so
Fine,
it's
okay,
fine.
cool. Can
And-
you imagine if you were like auditioning for some club and I'd be like,
Yeah, it was.
oh my god, okay.
You'd
so-
100% be like, what was that? No, it's not. No, it's
oh yeah, that prank would not have lasted long with me. If anyone even breathes while I'm on
Oh,
stage,
really?
I'm like,
Yeah.
what'd you say?
Yeah. Well, he did that. He laid into this guy because. So the second one. So we started off with
Mark
James.
is genuinely a very funny comic. Yeah.
Oh, great! Comment.
Very lovely boy.
Steals a bit of material though. From yeah.
Loads is what I've heard. Yeah.
So the second person, he did another bit, which wasn't even a new bit, but then someone went, "Oh, I've seen Joe Lycett do that bit," and then the guy who said it was another comic who had booked him for his night before. And Mark was like, "You've seen me do this bit before. Why not tell me that before you booked me? Why not tell me that on stage?" His face went bright red. And then the third one was Joe Pasquale's done that bit before.
Joe Pasquale.
Yeah, I think at
My
that point he
God.
realised it might be a prank. And then he found out we had a nice little hug on stage and he found it very funny. So he wasn't, we never take it too far.
I think it's quite funny, actually. I like
That
it.
is
prank.
too
It's
far.
good stuff. Yeah.
That's too far.
You're not a pranky person, though.
No.
Yeah, some people just aren't into pranks and we wouldn't prank them. Do you know what I mean?
I would be furious.
Yeah.
I've only been pranked on stage once, and this was just
Yeah, what
literally a couple of weeks ago. I don't know whether I said this on the podcast already.
No.
It was you know what? So I went to Oslo, obviously, and then I went to the hospital,
Yeah.
but I did one gig there,
Yeah.
and it was the first night, and obviously the whole show is in Norwegian, the whole
Yeah.
show,
Oh.
apart from when I
Yeah,
speak.
yeah, latter. Yeah.
At Lotte.
Lotter.
Ah.
Lotter.
And so the guy was bringing me on, and I found out afterwards, but so it was just a normal night, right? A lovely club gig where they just clap and the comedian goes on. But he clearly said to them, the next act is English. They're going to be speaking English. They have no idea what's going on right now, so we can do whatever we want. So when I call their name, I want you all to lose your minds and stand up. Which obviously means that I'm at the back of the room going, okay, well, first time in it, every time you gig in a new country, you're always like, God knows if this is going to work. Or maybe their most famous comedian has a bit that's really similar to this.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
Everything goes through your
Yeah.
mind that's awful.
Yeah.
And then I'm walking up and they're all losing their mind to the point where I'm like, oh God, did he just say Sarah Silverman or something? Do you know what I mean? We're I don't know. Are they am I gonna walk
Yeah.
on and they're all gonna be like, we thought it was Amy Schumer. Are you serious?
yeah.
But then and then I do the gig and I was on stage being like, oh my God, thank you so much. Because I'd arrived and they were all still clapping and I was like, oh my God, maybe they've all seen my clip on Live with the Apollo or something. I must be really big here. And I was like, oh my God, it was so weird. They no one said anything at the airport when I landed. Do you think they would have mentioned if I was
my God.
famous here? So I'm like, oh my God, thank you. You can sit down. Thank you so much. I did my set and luckily went good, but they must have all been like, oh, she genuinely thought that was for her because I did not pick up on the
How would
banter.
you think otherwise?
Yeah.
So I was
hellish.
like, and then at the end of the gig, I was like, oh my God, what did you say to them before I went on? And he was like, oh, I just said it'd be really funny if we all stood up and you had no idea what's happening. But I'd never seen anyone take it that way. And I was like, I'll kill myself. And then coincidentally, next day, got a viral infection at the top of my stomach and couldn't go back. And I was like, you know what? I was fucking saved.
But I'll tell you
So their only experience of me is this English girl arrived, did a gig, thought she was really famous, left, and then never returned to the club again.
Sort of beautiful
That is
karma.
amazing.
Sort of beautiful karma to that prankster because now it looks like he bullied you out of the workplace. I'd be like, I hope he messaged you and was like, sorry, is this because of the standing ovation?
No, I messaged him, but I'm really sorry, I'm not going to be there tonight.
You can't.
But the worst thing is, even knowing that they'd been told to do it, I was still felt really good.
Yeah,
Oh,
no
yeah,
doubt,
yeah.
no doubt.
It's like
Sure
when you
does.
find out when you're little that someone was told to invite you to their birthday party and you're supposed to be embarrassed. You're like, still got the party
Yeah.
bag though. I'm not going to feel any
Pity
fucking...
invites.
Yeah, the pity invite.
Yeah.
You
But I
still get
still was
cake.
there.
You do
Oh,
still
yeah.
get cake. To be fair, you get
Still
cake
there.
regardless.
Yeah.
Can I hear another prank? Do you have any others? Or are
Um,
they all too shameful?
No, I'm not ashamed of
You're
any
not
of
doing
them.
cling film on the toilet, are you, Jamie?
No, that's-
Good. You're in
yeah.
your 20s now. I don't want you doing that,
just-
my boy.
yeah. But what Yeah,
Why would you
that
do
is
that,
grim.
Jamie?
No, I would. Yeah.
Disgusting. Jamie.
I
Maybe
don't.
who are you doing that to?
No, I don't like
What are you
any.
getting out of that, Jamie?
I don't like any jokes that are about toilet stuff.
Don't.
Genuinely,
Yes,
I can't. I
good.
get disgusted so easily by
Correct.
stuff like this. I could never do a prank
Correct.
on the lines of that.
So if I
Yeah, yeah.
start talking about anal
Stop
worms.
it! Stop it!
I
Stop
would
it!
like
Stop
Caesar.
it!
Yeah,
You'd be like,
okay. Well,
I've done that. I've done that before.
Maybe I could understand English people.
But what other pranks? I made a fake. This might be too like a comedy industry thing.
Go
but,
for it.
I made a fake podcast with. It sounds like they're all about Mark. Actually, a lot of
They
them
are.
Are you
But-
secretly in love with Mark?
he is, but
Yeah.
let's let the audience
Let's-
tell them
yeah.
that. We won't do
okay.
it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let
maybe
him
I
know.
should tell him before he
Or
hears
just
it
send
here.
him this podcast.
That's a
Mark,
good
he
idea.
loves
Easy
you.
Hi,
way
Mark.
to say it. Hey, Mark, you're right.
Wait,
Hi,
you,
Mark. You all right? Yeah,
You
there we go.
cannot emote, can you? This is the man he loves most in the world. A passionate love. Hey, Mark, you all right? You okay?
Hello. Yeah.
Do you want to say hi to your sisters as well?
You're right.
He just did a thumbs up for the women he's shared a uterus with. Okay, go on.
Yeah. Not the
I
same. Yeah.
assume.
Yeah.
No, you're around. You're around. Eggs are around. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. What prank do we? So we
Crazy
made.
presumptions of me, actually.
I made a fake podcast called Eyes on the Industry. Did you see this? And it was. Can I show you a picture?
Yes,
Did you see this?
No, I
Was
didn't.
that you?
Yeah, that was me.
I swear I heard about this podcast.
Please
Was that
explain.
real?
No, it's not. It's real that I made it. Can I show you a picture? Sorry, can I get my phone out and get a
Of
picture?
Yeah,
course,
obviously.
yeah. Why are you
Sorry.
looking at me like for permission?
Because I thought you were in charge.
I obviously am correct, but it was the fear.
Right, no, fuck
the
it, I'm
fear
raising my
with,
seat,
the fear with which she was like, you were
I
like,
don't like it when Catherine gets seen as the main one. So for anyone
not the
just
main
listening
one,
and not
I'm just
watching on
using-
YouTube, I have raised my seat 10 inches.
to be clear, it's not that I'm the main one. You occupy
baby.
the most time and space, but I'm obviously in charge of the situation. You can shush me all you like; it'll never be effective because I'm in charge.
Oh my God.
So this is
See?
the pocket. So it's called Eyes on the Industry podcast.
Can we show the
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Oh
So-
my God!
and there's a
Steve
few-
Bennett, who's a reviewer for Churchill, and Mark Biddlestone with guest Molly McGuinness. Is amazing. A weekly look at the inner workings
sorry.
of the comedy
A
industry.
bi-weekly look. It's
A
a, very
bi-weekly-
frequent
Bi-weekly,
podcast.
beep, beep.
Bi-weekly, that's so fun. Can you see it, Em? That's so
This is
funny.
so comedy inside
That is
comedy.
so funny.
Yeah, but what we'd do is we'd get Molly to share it on her story, but hide it from Mark. So basically, Mark was the last person to know that he had this podcast, and we got Finlay to do it. We got Alex Kitson to do it. Millie Haswell.
Oh my
That is
God,
so
she is
funny.
so funny, Millie Haswell.
Oh, yeah,
if you're
she's
at
great.
Home and you're
I
wondering,
googled
really
her
funny.
the other day
if-
for the first time. She was
if
incredible.
you're
Yeah,
at home and
she's
you're
really
like,
good.
wait, what? This is like,
Yeah,
imagine Annie, a comedian, like pairing up with a reviewer who savages, all of the other members of the industry, as is his job. But like, not always. If you're good, like, well, if he thinks you're good, that's not the case. But my point is like, for a relatively new comedian to have a podcast with a very established reviewer,
Yeah.
which seems to just be like, I assume slagging off the industry, as I
Yeah.
presume you would assume it to be.
And
Yeah.
you've done a
That seems
professional graphic of them being the co-host of this podcast.
Oh my
I've had
God.
it shared by
So
several
funny.
comedians.
Saying professional. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Nice,
You're
thank
welcome.
you.
comedians would be like, huh?
Yeah. Well, someone messaged Mark being like, "Hey, like, are you booking for guests at the moment?"
That's the ultimate fear with stuff
Yeah.
like this.
Who?
Oh, I don't want to
Who?
say.
You better tell me after.
Okay.
You better
I'll
tell me
absolutely
after.
You'll tell us
after.
after.
I'll tell you after.
It's like I remember a
But are they
while
booking?
ago.
Yeah. I'll get you on. Yeah.
Thanks.
What the fuck, babe? We do it together.
Joking.
We do it together.
Done.
Book us both,
Yeah,
please.
yeah.
Promotion,
The crossover
please.
episode, that'd
Nice
be great.
cross
Jesus, can we do
pollination.
it now? 'Cause I'm on tour.
Yeah.
Thank you. Ages ago, there was like, right. Do you remember when like people would sort of like back in the day? I'm not going to say the word because it's like an abhorrent thing to say, but like people would take someone's Facebook and they'd log in and they'd do a status, and it was called
Yeah.
we live in the blanks, and it was like a really common thing to do. And then there was like a little period, I'd say Edinburgh 2018 or 2019, when comedians were doing that with those Twitters.
Oh no.
Okay.
Like someone would leave their phone on a table, they'd be drunk late at night in the courtyard,
Yeah.
and they'd post something. And there were some mad ones about like people like chucking out reviewers, or like, I pulled all my shows because no one's coming, I'm useless anyway.
Oh my God.
But the best one was one of like, it was a couple that had been together for years. I'll tell you who they are afterwards if you don't know already. And they like put up a message being like, look, we've broken up, but like, I don't want to say exactly why, but it's not good what
Oh
they've
my
done.
God.
I'm moving on. I just want everyone to know. But it insinuates
Oh, that's evil. That's not a prank.
Pure evil.
That's like libel. That's like...
But I read it and I was like, oh my God, this is insane. Because it's like, you only see these things like once in a lifetime, right? It's like when I'm Judith, one who wants to be a millionaire, and you just knew you were living a moment.
Living history. Yeah, it's so
Oh
true.
my God.
But it's also like the problem is, like recently, another couple in comedy did break up and put up a joint status on Twitter.
Yes.
But they actually had broken up,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
everyone
yeah.
was like, "Lol, imagine!" And in my head, I was like, "Pah, that's funny." And it was like, "Oh no, they did. They
Yeah.
did. They
Oh,
did."
that one I got. That
Yeah,
one I
fair
got.
play
I
to
didn't
them.
get that.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just like, "Lol," and then I was like, "Oh no, they did. They actually. Oh my God, they really did."
Maybe it's because you guys don't have such high emotional intelligence as I do. That Chicken Run is the film that resonates with both of you most. And I love Chicken
Did I
Run.
say most? Did I say most? I was
I
trying to
would say
relate
I
with
have not.
Jamie.
You have been a fucking grade A cunt all day so far today. And I'm sorry, Jamie, but since before you got here, I
Helen,
had to make her give me
I'm
compliment.
queer. Calling me a cunt is not an insult.
Is it not?
Grade A cunt. That's if anything.
Okay.
I'm putting
Oh.
that on my hinge.
You have a shitty arsehole.
Grade A.
That you don't
cunt.
wipe. You've got a one shitty arsehole.
It has to be plausible.
Okay. Your bath has a hair in it that you didn't see when you wiped it down this
No,
morning.
you fucking dare.
Your bath has
No,
a
it
stray
doesn't.
hair
No, it
in it.
doesn't. No,
You
it
missed
doesn't.
it. You
No,
didn't
doesn't.
look
Stop it,
properly.
stop it. Yes, I check.
Can I tell you a really
That felt
gross
good.
I have to
thing?
go
Yeah.
home.
Oh my God.
My-
Always tell me a
I
gross
have to go
thing.
home.
No,
now.
you're
I
staying.
I
I
have
think
to
you'll
go
find this
home
gross
now.
and you might not find it as gross based
I'm gonna
on what
love
you just
it. I
said.
can tell already.
No, this is my friend. She
Go home
Shut up.
now.
She has a screen protector on her phone.
Yeah.
She has a hair stuck underneath
Ah!
it. And she's been using her phone for like a year and it's got one hair.
No.
Just between the
Get a
screen
new
and the...
cover.
How's that?
Take it off
How
and
is
get the
that
hair out and
gross?
put it back on
Exactly,
again.
Are you serious? What's gross about
What's she
that?
keeping it for? It's just disgusting.
She like handed me her phone to like Google something and I like threw it out of my hand and like retched.
Oh my God, I
It's
thought the story
disgusting.
was going to be, and she has alopecia. I thought that was going to be like, the mystery was like,
No.
and where did it come
fucking
from?
rank. Just fucking change it.
Just like literally
Take
take
it
It's
off, take it
hair.
out.
It's hair.
It's one
Take it
hair
out, take it
trapped in her
out.
phone forever.
Just take it out.
It's not trapped in her phone. You just pull off. I used to have a screen protector on this, but then
But she
I broke
hasn't
But
pulled
she
it
hasn't
off.
taken it. It's been
That's
there for
the
ages.
point.
Yeah, but it's just a hair, isn't it?
Yeah, but why is it there? It's like
Because there's hair everywhere here.
inside your phone.
No.
well, not inside my-
No.
How is
Okay,
that a
you're on my-
problem?
Okay.
You're disgusting.
You guys are freaks.
Hey,
The world is a hard place for people like you. It really is.
yeah.
How do you get on the
my
tube?
shoulders are so hard.
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't want to stop it. That's
Oh.
really, really actually not good for me.
That's not good for you.
We should do a lister problem because I think we finally
Oh
found
no,
common
I've got a
ground.
gross
Yeah,
thing to say
100%.
about worms.
We don't want to hear it. No.
Oh,
No.
that's a prank I did once. Do you want to hear another prank?
Yes.
I once got a Kinder Egg toy.
No.
Took the toy out.
No.
How, Kinder Egg toy, babe.
Yeah, put a worm inside it, closed it back up, gave it to my friend and went, you can have the
Oh,
toy.
stop, no.
That's
and he opened
funny.
it and went,
I'm not listening.
and he threw it up in the air and it landed on it.
That's a good one. I'm going to soda that one to Neil later.
I don't like it. It's over.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I hate
Sorry, no,
that.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm actually really glad you came because before
Thank
this
you.
we were just discussing it's nice to walk through leaves and feed. Catherine feeds her squirrels nuts in the park.
Oh,
I
lovely.
hated
No,
that.
don't.
I hated that.
Okay.
Yeah, isn't it nice to feed the squirrels?
Yeah, well, I've never done it.
Okay. Okay.
This is the worst.
Hey,
the worst
do we have a
question ever.
listener problem?
I'll solve this one. I tell you now, I can solve a problem.
Back on.
How do you solve a problem like?
Maria,
There you go.
Very nice.
Focus.
how do you hold a moonbeam in
Hey,
your
Helen,
hand?
Helen, you're pretty. What is wrong with you
I
today?
don't know.
What have you had for lunch? What did you have at lunch? Was it a lemonade?
You were with me.
But you had a large coffee and then a lemonade. Was that what you had?
I went to the Mumbai street kitchen and they had limca, which is a really lovely lemonade, very sugary drink
yeah,
from
you're
India.
not allowed to have that again.
And I never see limca. Limca's never anywhere,
You're not
so I
allowed
had
to
a
have
limca.
that again.
That might be it.
You're
I
not
don't know
allowed
if they've
that
got sugar taxes in India that control how much sugar goes into
Well,
something.
I reckon no.
I think
Have
no
you ever
as
had
well.
an Indian sweet?
Yeah.
No.
A
Yeah.
gulab jamun.
Oh my God. Just one of them in instant diabetes. It's like,
Okay.
So Neil started buying packs of them at home.
You're not allowed to do
And
any,
he's
any of
basically
that.
just 2 balls in this vat of melted sugar. And because Sunil has no energy ever. Like, even after that, he's like, "Do you want to go for a walk?" Like, a walk?
Okay. Take a breath. Take a breath.
Ooh, I'm
Take a
overexcited.
We're going to do a new problem. Focus. Drink some more water, please. Not Jamie.
oh, okay. But can I?
You
though?
can. You
Thank
can.
you.
My ward. Oh, it's. Yeah, we
Go
got
on.
some. Okay. My chair went back
off you
down
go.
again.
Yeah.
I don't think it was working. Okay, sorry.
Okay, this is from Elle.
Hi, Elle.
Hey, Trusty Hogs. Just want to say thank you for the podcast and the many laughs on long and tiring days.
Aw,
You're welcome.
I've recently taken up competing in powerlifting these last couple of months
Whoa.
Fucking yes.
Nice.
and have been told I have the chance of qualifying for nationals in November.
Oh my God.
Is that
I'm-
like regionals in Pitch Perfect, that sort of like level?
Yeah, I would assume so.
Sick.
But I'm finding it really difficult when everyone around me is telling me not to do it and saying I'm mad doing it, as I travel from Essex to London 5 times a week after an 8-hour workday. I find it especially difficult as I'm currently living back at home, as I've just dropped out of uni and I'm being constantly asked what I'm planning on doing and have no idea.
Lifting stuff.
I was
Yeah.
wondering how I'm meant to keep doing it when it feels like everyone's telling me not to.
What the hell?
But
Did you
hang
hear
on.
our reaction?
Oh my
when we
God,
said
yeah,
that?
I just really want
Who's
to
saying
like,
no to she must be hard as nails.
Yeah.
Who's
what's wrong
having a
with
go
your
at her?
fucking people around
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, that's insane. Look, here's the only question that matters, Elle. Do you want to do it? Because if you want to do it, it's so cool. It's so impressive. It takes such commitment. It takes such hard work. It's so badass. Fucking do it. And bear in mind that your living situation is not permanent, but your sense of self is, and your identity is, and your ambition and hobbies are. And also, maybe have a word with the people around you and say, this is really important to me. What would be lovely is, if their concern is that seems really hard for you, you explain the only thing that's making it harder is the lack of support. And then you ask them to respect your commitment to something that's fucking
Totally.
cool.
That's
That's
bang
what
on,
it
yeah.
is. Because it's like when someone goes like, oh, you've dropped out of uni and, you know, you're living back at home and all you're doing is going to London and picking up pieces of metal. And it's like, yeah, because it makes me fucking happy and I'm good at it.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you making it sound like something? Do you know what I mean? Like, I
And
know.
because
And
I'm
she's
the
doing
best in the
nationals.
country
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah.
I'm not just good at it. I'm the best in the fucking country. at it.
Yeah.
And it takes massive commitment, training, probably dietary constraints, like lots of like effort.
Yeah.
And also, it's not something that's like women or like I don't know whether or not this person is female, but like whoever it is, it's like that's not a thing most people can do.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. And I think you should ditch everyone in your life.
I think they do.
No,
Just
that's
pick
not what
them
he
up,
said.
Yeah.
lob them,
Grab
like a
machine
mic
style.
clip. Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
God, we are on fire today,
Yeah.
Jamie, problem solving wise. Go and watch the first Toy Story film. Fans?
Yes.
He's seen it, she's seen it. Sid and Andy go to Pizza Planet and the aliens are in the claw. And you get a big claw, that claw. And you get the claw
Where
to
is
come
this
and pick
going?
up all of your friends and family, all your loved ones.
No.
I like
And you
that.
dump them in the Irish Sea.
No, look, here's the
Irish
thing.
Sea.
The
You
Irish
explain to
Sea.
your family that it matters to you that at the moment when you are feeling adrift, it's giving you a sense of purpose and self.
Adrift
and that
of
you
the
are-
Irish Sea. Yeah, we're on the same page. You know what?
And
you
you
can't
just-
stop the bunny.
Okay, and you just do what you want. If you don't want to do it, obviously by all means, don't do it. But if you want to do it, then you need to explain to those people what it means to you at the minute, and then ask them to fucking get on board, or at the very least,
The claw.
say nothing. If they have
And if
nothing
they
good
say
to say,
no,
The claw.
say nothing.
Yeah.
It's not the claw, guys. But yeah,
I'm
but
open with
a
the claw.
sidebar. Can we go back to our initial reaction, which is what you should be hearing when you say that you do that, which is,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that you lift
cool.
things. Lifting is so
Yeah.
badass.
That's
Also
it.
follow Jess Fosterque,
Fern
follow
Brady.
Fern Brady. These are powerlifting comedians. They're so cool,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so impressive. That's so bad.
And Guinness Book of World Records. There's always a page of people who can lift big
Yeah.
things and that.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, I think it's amazing. Well done. None of this negative chat. That's absolute nonsense. Also, Essex isn't that far away. Why are we acting like
Yeah.
you're not coming from Yorkshire every day? It's fine. It's fine.
Even Yorkshire to London, I think's fine.
No, that would be
That's
Even
a 2-hour,
Scotland.
6-minute journey.
I-
Absolutely
Fine.
fine.
There's
Yeah.
no
Easy
distance. I think that
I
it's not worth
travelled
travelling.
the Irish Sea to the Wax Museum.
You're
There's-
obsessed with the
there's-
Irish
I
Sea
love the
today.
Irish Sea.
It's so
What have you
cold,
put
it's
there?
So cold.
I've never,
It's so
I don't think I've ever been to
cold.
the Irish Sea.
Do you think that answers the
I don't. I think we've answered all of it.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, good. Well, in that case,
Thank you so much for writing in. Please know that not all of your problems will be answered in this style. Catherine has been very shrill. And we so sorry.
the level of mania coming out of you today is
I
so
feel like I'm losing my mind.
disrespectful. Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to turn our attention to our guest, Jamie. We're going to say thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming, Jamie.
We're going to say, hey, Jamie, where can people see you do stand-up comedy?
Oh, just at gigs and stuff. Just
Do you have a
general gigs.
website?
I've got Instagram.
Great.
Yeah.
What's your Instagram?
It's Jamie DeSouza with 2 A's on the end.
How are we spelling it?
JamieDesouza.
Great. You thought people would struggle with the Jamie part?
Yeah.
Pretty disrespectful of our audience, Jamie D'Souza. Pretty
Also,
disrespectful.
Yeah.
Jamie will be tagged in all of our Insta and traits about this week's episode of Fun, Joy and Banter.
And Helen needs to have a time out before the next episode. We can only
We've got a
apologise.
week. We've got a week.
You need to take some
I
breath.
know.
Jamie, more importantly, is there anything anybody else would need to know about you? Are you doing a show that you want them to see?
No,
Are you on Twitter?
I'm on Twitter.
Great.
Jamie_D'Souza.
Great.
Same spelling, just the 1 A.
Jamie's
Fabulous.
very, very
Oh,
funny.
thank you.
Definitely go see
a
him
good
and follow him
guy.
online.
Oh,
You never
I
know
did
when the
make a
next
little-
prank's coming.
Oh yeah, follow me for prank updates. If anyone wants me to do a prank, so me and Mark are setting up a prank clinic. So just message us if you want us to do some pranks
Prank clinic.
on a certain person.
Can
We
I
prank
prank
them.
you?
No, you can't
But Kath-
prank me.
Do you want me to prank Helen? Yeah, we'll be in touch.
Okay, that'd be really great. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Except
yeah.
you and I would be like, it's the most disgusting prank in the
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
We put a hair on her bag and,
And
she's
I'm like,
never
oh,
noticed.
new hair, new hair.
A hair
Putting it
slug?
under your phone. Just to keep-
You get a secret camera
Oh.
of me, and I'm like, a hair. I look frowning at it, and you film me going to my room, taking out my hair drawer, and making
she-
my doll of many colours.
It's a bed for her slug collection. Hell.
I don't
Jamie,
know what I'm gonna do
it's
with
been
myself.
lovely to have you here. It's
Thank
been
you
lovely
for
to
having me.
meet you.
Thank you, Jamie, for coming.
Thank you.
Jamie, this is everybody.
Jamie.
Yay!